HP have refreshed their ZBook Power mobile workstation, now on the 9th generation based on Intel's Alder Lake 12th gen processor silicon. New features include DDR5 memory, Wi-Fi 6E, Thunderbolt 4 and up to 8TB of storage available via the two M.2 PCIe Gen4 slots. Is it enough to warrant a buy? Let's find out. The ZBook Power G9 sticks to its tried and tested dark grey aluminium chassis, giving it a professional look and robustness. The same design found in its predecessor, the G8. It's designed to withstand rigorous military standard 810H testing and sanitization wipes. The build quality is first rate, with no creaking when you pick it up with one hand. The G9 tips the scales at 1.93 kilograms or 4.25 pounds. The display lid does flex a bit when you press down on it, but it doesn't cause any issues with the screen. The keyboard base is rigid with no movement. It's reassuringly well put together. There is a large horizontal grille above the keyboard, which is used both for ventilation and houses the speakers. Underneath is a lower vent grille for cooling. To remove the base enclosure, loosen the 5 captive P1 Phillips head screws. From the top of the cover, use a flat bladed tool to separate the cover to reveal the internals. There are two SODIMM slots that support dual channel up to 64GB of DDR5 memory, two PCIe Gen4 NVMe M.2 slots for storage. The 83Wh battery is also removable. The 15.6-inch Full HD IPS display panel on this review model has excellent sharpness and colour accuracy at 99% sRGB. On a cloudy day with 50% brightness set, I could happily work on this screen thanks to the 400 nits panel and great IPS viewing angles. Similar in bright sunlight, the display was a joy to view thanks to the anti-glare coating. The single hinge opens to almost 180 degrees flat, useful for collaboration work with colleagues or finding an optimum viewing angle. The 16.9 bezels are fairly thin on the sides, but slightly wider top and bottom. It's not on par with the XPS 15 ultra-thin bezels, but doesn't look antiquated. There is a 4K IPS 400 nits model if you need more screen resolution to play with, but no dream colour options. On the left side is a nano security lock, 1GB Ethernet port, USB 3.1 Gen 1 Type A 5GB signaling rate with charging, a HDMI 2.0 port and a smart card reader. On the right side there's a AC power connector, Thunderbolt 4 with USB 4 Type-C 40GB per second signaling rate, USB power delivery DisplayPort 1.4, HP sleep and charge, two USB 3.1 Gen 1 Type A 5GB per second signaling rate, one with charging, and an audio combo jack. Wireless connectivity comes in the form of an Intel Wi-Fi 6E AX211 2x2 and Bluetooth 5.2 combo card supporting gigabit data rate. Combined with a 6E compatible access point, it allows for better performance on the less congested 6 GHz wireless band. Built-in Tile helps you track down your misplaced ZBook. If you have a subscription to Tile Premium, it allows you to track down your laptop or send smart alerts if you forget to take your laptop from a public area. The HP Premium Collaboration keyboard hasn't changed from the G8 range. It's spill resistant, has mainly full-size keys and a numeric keypad. Typing experience is first rate with good tactile feedback and fairly quiet keys. There is a two-step backlighting on the keys, and the power button is hidden away between the delete and print screen keys. You can program the F12 key to launch your favourite website, application, file, folder, useful to automate a frequently used action. The touchpad is extremely responsive and precise thanks to the smooth glass surface. Finger gestures were accurate 100% of the time. The integrated buttons have a nice tactile feel and not too noisy when depressed. The audio from the two upward firing speakers is well balanced but lacking bass. Volume is loud and distortion free, good enough to hear in a large room. Generally found them to be good for YouTube videos or listening to some background jazz music. There's always an option to use a headphone jack or Bluetooth earbuds if you need superior audio quality. The 720p HD IR camera is okay at best in terms of image or video quality. There's a handy webcam privacy slider for security. HP have added face tracking and AI noise cancelling software to suppress background noise during video calls. Useful features for working from home. On this review model we have an Intel Core i7 12700H up to 4.7 GHz with Intel Turbo Boost technology, 24 megabytes of L3 cache, 14 cores and 20 threads. TDP is rated at 45 watts. As it's based on the Alder Lake H processors, we have 16 GB of DDR5 memory inside the Power G9, up to 64 GB with the 2 memory slots. Storage is taken care of with the 512 GB PCIe Gen4x4 NVMe SSD. The new components really help the Gen 9 to fantastic performance. The 12th Gen CPU, DDR5 and Gen4x4 SSD combine to blast through medium to heavy CAD work, STEM work and Adobe Creative Cloud apps like Premiere Pro with ease. Of course, the graphics is limited by the RTX A1000 GPU. More on that later. Benchmarking results show excellent scores. Cinebench R23 testing produced a score of 14,094 multi-core and 1,750 in single-core. 3D Mark TimeSpy results came in with an overall score of 4,778, CPU score of 10,679 and a graphics score of 4,354. 3D Mark TimeSpy Extreme overall came in at 2,188. Graphics score 1999 and CPU score 4715. PC Mark 10 had an overall score of 6219. Superposition resulted in a score of 8251. Geekbench 5 multi-core score of 9950 and 1706 in single core. Geekbench OpenCL scored came in at 52,419. The dual fan heat cooling does a good job of keeping the hot components in check. We measured 43 Celsius near the vents and 42 Celsius in the middle of the keyboard during heavy usage. The dual fans start spinning when it's taxed like extensive CAD work. Noise levels are loud, but not to a level of distraction. Most of the time if you're doing basic workloads, the fans don't spin up, so it's fairly silent most of the time. Here's a list of the target audience for the HP ZBook Power G9. Product designers and engineers using Autodesk Inventor, SolidWorks and AutoCAD. Architects, engineers and construction managers using Autodesk, Revit and SketchUp. STEM students using Adobe Premiere Pro, Revit and AutoCAD. The Power G9 has an integrated Intel Iris Xe graphics and a discrete NVIDIA RTX A1000 laptop GPU with 4 GB of GDDR6 dedicated memory. The A1000 mobile GPU offers a slightly slower performance than the consumer GeForce RTX 3050 laptop GPU. At a similar power consumption level, the RTX A1000 should be clearly faster than the older Quattro T1200. The RTX A1000 is good for 224 gigabits per second and 2048 CUDA cores from the GA107 GPU. There is a G9 model with the RTX A2000 if you need more GPU power. On the cheaper side, there is a model with a T600 GPU. The sweet spot is the RTX A1000 model. Cyberpunk 2077 runs smoothly with detailed graphics. There's no lag or pixelation using the default settings. Same could be said for the artistic Death Stranding game. It's a joy to watch the visually stunning graphics on this game. Even playing the classic retro Quake 4 game is great, and the same can be said for Secret Neighbor. The Power G9 in modern games is sufficient for medium details at full HD resolution. You can always count on HP to have a wealth of security features and tools at your disposal. Fingerprint sensor, a webcam privacy slider, TPM 2.0 chip, tamper lock intrusion detection system, and Windows Hello facial authentication. On the software side, to name a couple of examples, we have HP Wolf Security, giving you malware protection and scanning. HP SureClick Secure Browser protects you from malicious websites while you're surfing the internet. Inside the Power G9 we have a HP Long Life 6L 83 Wh lithium polymer battery. Watching a video on YouTube, battery life was around 7.5 hours on best performance settings. In general use with balanced settings, expect around 9 to 10 hours, good for a workday. With heavy load, expect the figure to drop to 2 to 2.5 hours. The 150 watt Slim Smart external AC power adapter supports fast charging. For example, from 29% to 62% it charged up in 30 minutes, around 1.5 hours to fully charge the battery. The good, the bad and the really bad. Great component combo. The Power G9 really shines when you combine the performance of the 12th gen Intel CPU, faster DDR5 memory and higher PCIe 4.0 bandwidth speeds. Everything feels fast and smooth with most applications thrown at it. Upgrade options. The G9 has excellent upgrade options, including dual SODIMM slots up to 64GB, dual SSD slots for large storage requirements, and a removable 83 Wh battery. Unfortunately, the Wi-Fi card is soldered on. Excellent display. The screen on this model is bright, crisp, and has complete coverage of the sRGB color space, making it a joy to view and work all day with it. No SD card reader. Not sure why HP didn't include a SD card reader on the Power G9. Frustrating for the photographer or video content creator. 16:9 still. Strangely, HP have left the 16:9 aspect ratio on the Power G9 range, but moved over to 16-inch 16:10 ratio on the ZBook Studio and Fury G9. Guess we'll have to wait until the Gen 10 models to come out for that. There's healthy competition in the value mobile workstation category. What are the alternatives to the HP ZBook Power G9? In no particular order, here's some to consider. Dell Precision 15 3571. Lenovo ThinkPad P15V Gen 3. Look out for our full review soon. Apple MacBook Pro 16-inch. Asus ProArt Studio Book Pro 16 OLED. The HP ZBook Power G9 has all the hallmarks of an affordable mobile workstation for STEM students, CAD, data analysis, heavy business users, and even content creators. Great performance from the fast components, bright display, upgradability options, and tank-like build quality. The keyboard and touchpad are comfortable to use all day. It only has one Thunderbolt 4 port and no SD card reader. The speakers and webcam are passable, but nothing special. If you need more graphics grunt than the RTX A1000 for heavy 3D rendering, then you need to look elsewhere like the ZBook Studio G9 or Fury G9. It still uses the old-fashioned 16:9 display, whereas its siblings and competition have moved over to 16:10 16-inch displays. If you look past these minor weaknesses and you don't have deep pockets but want the best mobile workstation features you can buy, the HP ZBook Power G9 is hard to beat. What do you guys think? Leave your comments and discuss below. Hope you guys enjoyed the review of the HP ZBook Power G9 laptop. Please click on the like button if you enjoyed this review video and subscribe if you would like to watch more of our tech videos. Thanks for watching. Cheers.